And welcome everybody to Spiritual Messages, Divine Angel Readings with Spiritual Medium Chris LaRock.
Welcome everybody, and how are we doing today? I do say thanks a lot for tuning in. What you just saw, actually, I was just trying to get actually some cards ready for you guys tonight. We're going to be doing actually more of readings, more than mini readings tonight. We're going to be able to take a lot better look actually at your past life to now spread, and also we're going to look actually at the Celtic Compass spread. Just before we go live with those, join actually on Haunted Live Podcast Instagram page. All right, you can sort of see within the image just up here, know that there is a season's greetings thing, but just let you know though that next Friday, Trevor will be live talking about some of the great merchandise that's actually on our Haunted Live page. Now, with that, there is a lot of great things going actually on. I'm going to just sort of let you guys know what we are working on and a little bit of products and all that before we get started. Type in your questions. We'd love to actually hear from you. The first one though that we're looking at though is this one here, and that one there is blue kainite. All right, and that one there is actually reflecting actually the calming and the basically those. It's a calming stone, and this one here is actually for the chakras, and that one there is actually for all the chakras. Now that one there, what we have those, we got a great deal actually on that one through our website. That one there is buy one, you get one absolutely free. Now there are different sizes altogether, so whatever is shipped out to you is shipped out. Another one though that's actually, that was quite one of the top sellers last week. Well, we were actually doing the Ghost of the Queens, and it's really good though that is actually one of the top sellers. This one here is Florida water. It's this little spray. And with the little spray though is what you basically do those in case if you can't do smudging actually in certain locations because of people's allergies, what you can do is you can actually spray this little scent. All right, so like that right there, wonderful. What you can do is you can actually spray it. What it's going to do though is actually calm down the energy. It works pretty much the same as white sage. You can use it for cleaning floors and also for the bathtub. One little thing that's cool. We're getting actually a little bit more stock. So that size I just showed you, that's actually a 1 ounce. We're trying to get actually a little bit more ounces all together, and that there is 2 ounces that we're working actually on for you. So if you'd like to be able to get that, please let us know through Haunted Live Podcast. But going actually on that, Trevor, did you hear about Texas today?
No, I didn't actually. Go ahead.
No, okay. Well, to let you know, last night actually in Houston, Texas. This is kind of sad, but it shows about Trump people. There was a concert going on, and it was actually with Travis Scott. There was approximately 8 people that were killed as this group of people for this outdoor concert rushed to the stage. Approximately 8 people got killed. The youngest one is actually 10 years old. Now, while the concert was going actually on, Travis Scott did not stop the concert. He just kept on going. So it kind of shows exactly what people are like within the States, and compared to up here in Canada. Up here in Canada, if something like that happens, everything's shut down. But anyways, so typing questions, we'd love to hear from you. Would love to actually hear. So I presume that there is actually some people in tonight. I've been posting about tonight's readings. If not, I don't mind doing actually a small little start one. So I'm going to do a small little start. And I'm going to be grabbing the Angels and Ancestor cards. So that's what we're going to start with. I'm just going to do a small mini reading for you. Join me live on this actually on Wednesdays. Now, let you know, this coming Wednesday is absolutely free. After that, though, it's going to be a $10 full reading. But don't worry, Desiree will be back next week. She will be back next Saturday at 8 o'clock. Now, for those though that want to take part in readings, you can go through hauntedlivepodcast.com. There is actually a link, and that's going to be on YouTube. So it is a paid event. The price though is $9.99 Canadian. and that way you get full readings. We're going to be looking at actually more information altogether. So, alrighty. So again, no thanks to everybody that came out last week to the Ghost of the Queens. It was really great to see ya. All right. So again, though, so I'm doing the Angels and Ancestor cards. I'm going to just do a small little mini reading for you. All right. So the very first one, though, is actually with the current situation. And actually, with current situation right now is people are just starting to get ready for Christmas. And that one there is, it is sage, and this one here is be devoted and committed. So you need to actually sage everything and be devoted and committed so that you're clearing the negative energy that's actually being brought forward by a whole bunch of people. All right, sort of like this card here, I've actually got some criticism from somebody though that thinks that they know everything, but I've moved on. I've cleared that energy, so like actually be devoted and committed actually for the right way. The next one though is actually with the heart situation. This one here is guardian angels, and it's with animals, so it is with Ariel. And this one here is trust your instincts. All right. So make sure though that you do actually have the information that's going forward, and know that you're trusting your instincts. And basically though, it's sort of like the animal kingdom. The animal kingdom are actually united. They like to actually hunt each other down at times, but the main thing though is so that they actually are united actually as one. And that's one thing though that we here actually at Haunted Live Podcast strive for, is actually for there to be no judging and people to be united actually as one instead of one actually out of 100. The last one though is actually with Change the Challenge. This one here is Traveler, move in the new direction. All right. So with moving in the new direction though, that's really good though. The reason why it's basically because, all right, you get those, because moving in the new direction though is actually clearing the energy, making sure though that everything is right, instead of working actually on the past. And that's one thing though that's really positive though that you need to be always doing though. So yeah. All right. So one little thing though is I just have to say though is for people that want to know about Reiki, Reiki is basically a form of a spiritual work. Now with that though, Reiki is to do with clearing the negative energy away. It's calming you down. It's actually working actually on certain areas, especially if you have sore joints. So we work directly with the chakras. We've been trained by top names actually from the UK, and yeah, so we directly work with the chakras in the right way. If you want to learn more, maybe I'll do that actually on one of my live shows. So again, those log in actually on Wednesdays, and that way we can actually be able to get you guys going on that. All right. So it's looking pretty dead right now, but who cares? The energy's actually out there. All right. Again, though, is tune in Sundays for Trevor's live podcast. He does talk with a lot actually of spiritual mediums, and even people within the paranormal world. He just recently had one of the great people that actually do with the Conjuring, not Ed and Lorraine. No, he actually had one of the daughters that actually faced everything within that Conjuring house. So everything that you see actually in the movie is based on Ed and Lorraine's experience, but not all of the stuff is there. But Trevor actually got to interview her. Trevor's actually interviewed Michelle, who actually has worked with Paranormal State, and also a couple of Canadians. One of them is actually Jeff from the other side, and also Sean from Spirit Talker. Meanwhile, also some people from California, and that was Christopher. Christopher has been seen actually on Travel and Escape shows. But yeah, so yes, now this one here that I'm actually shuffling, this one here is the Native Spirit cards. And those, don't forget though, log in on Instagram, next Friday around 7:30 p.m. Trevor will be live talking about merchandise and some great deals that we have here at Honda Live Podcast. And yeah, would love to actually get you guys to actually book, like not book, but actually get you stocked up for your Christmas gifts for your loved ones. All right, so a bunch of cards just flew out. That's wonderful. All right, so the first card will actually has popped out. These are actually with they're the native cards, but instead of using native, I love using the words indigenous, better terms. The first card that actually did pop out is Tribal Spirit Dance. All right, so there was just recently within the news though that there was actually the indigenous community across Canada though that we were given the word that the Pope will be coming here to Canada, which is about time. And with the tribal dance though, hopefully there's going to be a lot more spiritual dancing actually all there. And check out the powwows. Powwows are really, really good for actually dancing. You get to be able to see actually the different tribes. Then the second one that did pop out, this one here is Vision Quest. All right, so with Vision Quest though is making sure though that you're going down the road the right way. So there's no slandering, nothing like that. That way you're making sure that the road is actually going the right way for you. All right, and seeing that hill or that mile, like down the mile of the road, or even kilometers, seeing the final end, and right when you get down there, making sure that there's a lot more to go. So that way you're always traveling. All right. So again, though, Desiree will be back next week at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Check in for Trevor. He's live on Sundays on the Untitled Live Podcast. If you've missed any other podcasts, though, that I've actually sort of like mentioned, you can be able to get them actually underneath your podcast provider, underneath the name Untitled Live Podcast. Now, there's one that actually did pop out. And this is really, really good, though, because of who we've actually worked with and also have been sort of trained with. This one here is Prayer Feather. All right. Sorry, I don't have any of my feathers right now, but basically, though, is Prayer Feather. The person's actually with the Feathers Academy. But yeah, the Prayer Feather, though, is something that's sacred within the indigenous community. So you're basically having that feather and you hold it. And you do say your prayers actually to your ancestors and everybody else. So that's one thing that's really important. All right. So I do actually encourage you guys to be able to take part. We're live here on Divine Angel Readings every single Saturday. I know that last week, though, unfortunately, there was a Ghost of the Queens event. And again, if you guys want to check out some of the videos, one of those just posted recently, and that there is actually with the seance, though, that was held at the Ghost of the Queens, that there you can be able to get that underneath the Haunted Live YouTube page. Really good video, actually. Trevor actually sort of participated. He's at the table. We had to point a couple things actually at the people. But Trevor, what did you like about that?
Well, it was great just because it was an authentic Victorian-style seance, so it wasn't with any other bells and whistles, just a plain, ordinary candle in the middle of the table, and they used that to get noises and taps and raps and things like that. So very stellar, simple type of seance. So.
So it was really, really good. We actually saw a lot of shadows actually in there. There was one orbital that was huge. It shot actually in front of the camera, and it went from the floor straight up to the ceiling. You can be able to double check actually on that. It's actually in the Facebook page for On the Live Podcast. And don't forget, log actually underneath Instagram. It's going to be live around 7:30 p.m. with Trevor. Trevor's going to be going through some of the products still that we actually have and some of the great deals. Also, we do actually have a lot of new products still that were brought back from Northern Ontario. And there's one still though that you cannot get at all really in southern Ontario is really hard to get, and it's called pudding stone. So basically, there's a stone though that right when you slice it, it looks like fruitcake kind of, sort of example. So that way it's got actually all the different stones, and that one there is actually for the crown chakra. The crown chakra is really good. Trevor's going to go more in detail actually with the products, but yeah, I know some of you might be exhausted or whatever, but yeah, we're again here every single Saturday. We are quite happy though that Ontario is slowly opening. And for those though that are actually still wondering about Ontario, you do actually have to wear masks. And whenever you go into a location to eat, please present your cards. If you haven't got your card, download the app. It's absolutely free. It's Ontario actually COVID. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And that way you can actually be able to get into restaurants and be able to eat. So, alrighty.
Well, let's take a quick little break. There's no questions yet, but there's a couple people watching, so if you're new here, welcome, and feel free to type in your questions. They are totally free here each and every Saturday night. You can get your free angel readings and ask your angels your questions, and Chris will answer them through the cards for you right here live. So we'll just take a quick little break and be right back. And welcome back. So that was a quick commercial break for you guys. That is an event coming up next year. Our next public event is going to be held in May of 2022. So check out our website, hauntinglifepodcast.com, under the events tab for all the information on our next public paranormal investigation event for you guys to come join us live at in person. Looking forward to that. So here's Chris for your readings now.
Yeah. All right. So with that clip though, also one little thing that was just this past summer, Trevor and I, we went back to the location. Trevor was doing some live streaming there. Across his cell phone, he did not do this at all. There's a picture taken, and people though that he actually got from the energy though actually took the picture while he was doing the live feed was actually the female of the original lady, and her children were sitting at the table. It's a great picture. So yes, again though is I'm doing actually the spirit indigenous ancestor cards for you. So the way this one here is with past, present, and future. So yes. Or you can always be able to send your questions to actually prior to me. You can the email actually address is angelreadingschris@gmail.com. That again though is actually angelreadingschris@gmail.com. And for those still that are just wondering about how long I've been doing actually spiritual work, I've been doing spiritual work over 40 years, and it falls strong actually within my family genes. I'm actually third generation Indigenous, and my great grandmother, that's actually my spirit guide, she was a spiritual doctor within the Native community. So yes, you're dealing actually with proper procedure. Again, those we got more training with people from the UK. The UK is the original location actually for more spiritual stuff. The UK is more open than what North America is, so we actually have we got pretty much training actually from friends of ours from the UK. But let's get back to the cards. So with the past one though, this one here is to do with the past. Notice the signs. All right. So this one here is saying both basically notice the signs. Actually, notice the pattern that people are criticizing about large things, but notice the signs so and move past that. All right. So that's what that one is basically indicating about the past. You can sort of see with the worlds and all that within the circles. So it's basically those what comes around goes around, and it's sort of like the figure of 8, but that there is 3 altogether. So whatever's going around comes around and it keeps on going in cycles. So within the present though, this one here is begin writing now. So basically though it's telling you to begin your writing right now. And write down actually your thoughts, your messages, so that your actually angels, ancestors, or even the indigenous spirits actually are trying to say to you. They're trying to give you right information. There's a lot of people actually out there though that have not really worked in the spiritual community, though that it's kind of negative to say, but are actually giving the wrong information, even in investigations. So basically, those write down your information. The spirits are always talking to you. And that's one thing though that people last week were able to do with me, which was automatic writing. So within the future though, this one here is reconnect with Mother Earth. All right. So with Mother Earth though is actually going to be going to hibernation. So during the winter though, it's best time to actually get in contact with her. Even right now, basically getting in contact with her. There's not much snow actually out there, hopefully in your area. But basically reconnect with actually Mother Earth and actually give her the thanks. Again, the spring is coming up, not until next year, but start your planting right now and see what grows. And never ever take granted for what Mother Earth has actually offered and given you. So, all right. So for myself to you, again, let's check out my actually page underneath Haunting Alive Podcast. That's hauntingalivepodcast.com/divine angel readings. There's a lot of great information there. And even check out next Friday around 7:30 p.m. on Instagram. Trevor will be here doing actually some product knowledge with you and letting you guys know about products that actually we have here at Haunting Alive Podcast. Thanks very much for tuning in. If you guys missed, I should be able to catch me live every single Saturday. Well, not me, but Desiree. Desiree's here every single Saturday. She's live at 8 o'clock. I'm going to be live on Wednesdays. I will be teaching you guys stuff, but also join me next Wednesday on my YouTube channel. That's actually Facebook.com. Sorry, not YouTube. Sorry, my Facebook page. Sorry. That is Facebook.com/Divine Angels 01. We're going to be actually starting there and it's free next week, but classes will be going on. And after that, though, the classes are $9.99. You get full readings. So for myself and Trevor, we do say thanks very much. You guys have a wonderful day. We'll talk to you guys later.